Too many people want a free lunch, and let me tell you, that is only going to slow you down massively. What do I mean by this? Find out in this episode where we discuss the importance of working with expertise. Don't forget, this episode is sponsored by iProc and the Luke Stays Academy. If you haven't checked them out already, links are in the description. Now, in my experience, you're going to pay for it one way or another, especially in property investing. You're either going to make very costly mistakes by not having the knowledge, or you're going to have to pay an expert to give you the knowledge so you don't make those mistakes. So either way, you're going to pay for it. You've just got to decide which way you're going to pay. Now, as I've gone through my journey, I have found that so many people, and this was me at the start, we want everything for free, and we expect the experts to give us it for free when they've worked so hard to impart that knowledge, learn from their mistakes, get around good people, and probably invest in themselves. And for me, there's no greater investment than an investment in yourself. I say it time and time again, we're all willing to pump hundreds of thousands into bricks and mortar, but we're not willing to put even just £1,000 or maybe tens of thousands into ourselves. And that is a total wrong way of looking at things. But once you change that mindset, and once you understand that working with experts will get you to your goal a hell of a lot quicker, then things really do start to change. And that happened exactly for me. I started investing in mentors. My first big one was, a sales program. Then it was a marketing program. Then it was a personal program, and it kind of evolved from there. And I kept wanting to jump from, one mentor to another. At times I had 2 or 3 on the go at the same time. And, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I actually think that's a good thing, because different experts are going to teach you different things. And as long as you implement what they are teaching you, then you will go further a hell of a lot faster. And at the end of the day, we're talking about trying to achieve 1 million in the next 12 months. You're going to need to get around experts to be able to do that. But if you pay somebody, you're investing in something. It's just like an ROI back on yourself. So if I invest 10 grand, and I'm getting 100 grand back out of it through media campaigns that I've launched, or through properties that we've acquired, or, just any type of inward monetary gain from that investment, that is a good investment in myself. If I invest 10 grand and I only get 5 grand back out of it, then that's not a good investment in myself. But what I have found is investing in myself always ends up with a positive ROI, because ultimately it's down to me. I get the tools that have worked for somebody else. I've talked about it a lot with modeling success, and the more you just, don't need to reinvent the wheel, just find someone that's doing something you want to do, get around them, pay for their knowledge, understand how they do it, and then just repeat the process with massive action. And I pretty much guarantee 99% of the time, you will get a very similar result. So, if someone's making 10 million a year selling widgets, find out how they're doing it, pay them 100 grand to find out, get the expertise from them, get the roadmap, understand what you need to do, and then go and put the action in. Massive action over time, and I guarantee you'll then end up with 10 million or there or thereabouts. But if you don't do the action, then you're not going to end up with it. And that's one of the fundamentals I see quite often is a lot of people, they expect a free lunch, and then also expect them to do the work for them. Like, no one's going to save you. No mentor, no coach, no online course is going to save you. Okay, all they're going to do is impart knowledge based on their experience and what has worked for them, and more than likely what has worked for many of their students that they may have coached previous to you. And it's up to you to then go and do the work. They're not going to do the work for you. They've done the work. I was thinking about this morning, I have invested so many hours of my time learning about business, all different areas: sales, marketing, accounts, operations, technology. I've invested hundreds, if not thousands of hours over the last few years in understanding how that works. Why should I just give that to somebody, or I can't give that to somebody because it's all in my head, that you have to also go through the same processes. But what we can do is we can dissect the information that has worked. So I've learned thousands of hours of content, and I've imparted what I thought was beneficial to the business. I've seen some work and some not work. So I can say, okay, well, I learned that and then that worked. But ultimately, you've also got to be, embarking on that journey of wanting to find more wanting to understand more, wanting to improve your knowledge. Every day you should wake up and just try to be a better version of yourself from yesterday. So that means, okay, well, I didn't read that book yesterday, so I'm going to read this book today. Or I only got to that chapter yesterday, so I'm going to get to this chapter today. You're moving forward. Or I read one chapter yesterday, I'm going to read 2 chapters today. I didn't go to the gym yesterday, I'm going to go to the gym today. Or I did go to the gym yesterday, so I'm going to try harder in the gym, maybe work a bit longer, do some more exercise, push some more weight, do some more reps. Whatever that looks like. The idea is you're just each day just doing a bit more, a bit more, a bit more. And then you look back 12, 18, 5 years and you go, wow, how far have I come? Now, that's one bit, and you can do that on yourself. Listen, there's so much free content on YouTube. There's so much free content and podcasts everywhere. We are in a world where content is readily available. But it's a case of having to go through it all, piece it through, work out, does that work, does that not work, try, test it, versus just getting the information from somebody that's been there and done it and just following that road path that they give you, and I guarantee you will be successful. 100%, cannot recommend it enough. And if you want to achieve that £1 million in 12 months, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to invest in yourself. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and if you feel like it, drop a comment or a question and I will get it answered for you. Take care.